Welcome to Global Sky Update. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. Why do 90% of political dynasties think they can't be challenged? The night of May 13, 2019, Pasig City was on edge. The air was thick with anticipation, and every street seemed to pulse with nervous energy. People gathered in hushed groups, their eyes glued to their phones, waiting for news that could change everything. For nearly 30 years, one family ruled the city, unchallenged, unshaken. Their faces were familiar, their names etched into every corner of Pasig's history. Generations grew up knowing only one kind of leadership, and for many, it felt like nothing would ever change. But this night was different. The numbers on the screen told a new story. Each update brought a wave of disbelief, as if the city itself was holding its breath, waiting for the final verdict. A young challenger, Vico Soto, was leading against the dynasty. He was the underdog, a fresh face promising transparency and real change. His campaign had started as a whisper, but now it was a roar echoing through the city. The gap widened with every update. Shock turned to hope. People who had never believed their votes could matter suddenly felt the weight of possibility. Tears welled up in the eyes of supporters as hope replaced years of resignation. Crowds outside City Hall erupted as the impossible unfolded. Strangers hugged, laughter and cheers filled the air, and the city's heartbeat quickened with every new result. This wasn't just an election, it was a revolution. It was a collective awakening, a moment when ordinary people realized they could shape their own future. Pasig became the epicenter of change, a David versus Goliath story in real time. The city's story was suddenly everyone's story, a fight for fairness, for hope, for a new beginning. The news spread nationwide. A dynasty was falling. Headlines blared the upset, and people across the country watched in awe as history unfolded before their eyes. Soto's victory was more than a win. It was a message. It was proof that courage and conviction could break even the oldest chains of power. It proved that united voices could topple even the strongest political fortresses. The people of Pasig had spoken, and their message was clear. Change was not only possible, it was happening now. The cheers that night were for a new beginning, a government that listens. For the first time in a generation, hope felt real, and the city's future seemed bright. Conversation sparked everywhere. Who is Vico Soto? How did he do it? Social media buzzed with excitement, and living rooms filled with debates and dreams for what could come next. His win became a symbol of hope and a shift in the country's political landscape. Young voters, in particular, saw themselves in him, a leader who listened, who cared, who dared to be different. It showed Filipinos were hungry for leaders with integrity and real public service. The long lines at polling stations were a testament to a renewed faith in democracy and a belief that every vote truly counted. That night in Pasig wasn't just a headline, it was a glimpse of a brighter future. As dawn broke, the city awoke to a new chapter, filled with hope and the promise of real change. The city's streets filled with celebration, but the impact rippled far beyond. Across the nation, people felt inspired, believing that if change could happen in Pasig, it could happen anywhere. For the first time in decades, people believed change was possible. Old and young alike shared in the joy, their faces lit with hope and pride for what they had achieved together. The story of that night is a testament to the power of hope. It's a reminder that even the most entrenched systems can be challenged, and that ordinary people can make history. And it all started with one bold decision to challenge the unthinkable. One person's courage sparked a movement, and that movement changed everything, for Pasig and for the nation. In a world of empty promises, what sets a true leader apart? It's not fame or flashy speeches, it's integrity and innovation. Rare leaders choose honesty over corruption and action over talk. They see problems as opportunities, using new ideas and technology to serve better. Their youth brings energy and a fresh perspective, connecting with a new generation. Trust isn't given, it's earned through consistent, genuine service. These leaders inspire hope, showing government can work for the people. Their incorruptibility and commitment to fairness restore faith in the system. They plant seeds of possibility, encouraging others to step up and serve. Real change begins when one leader's example inspires a movement. To truly understand Vico Soto, you have to look at where he came from, his roots, his family, and the values that shaped him from a young age. His story begins not just with his own choices, but with the legacy and expectations that surrounded him. Born to two of the Philippines' most recognizable celebrities, Vic Soto and Connie Reyes, and nephew to a former Senate president, Vico was raised in the public eye. With such a background, many assumed he would follow the well-trodden path of fame and comfort, living a life of ease and privilege. But Vico chose a different direction. He prioritized education, earning degrees in political science and public management from Ateneo de Manila University. He immersed himself in learning, determined to understand the complexities of governance and public service. While others might have sought the spotlight, Vico prepared quietly, spending long hours in libraries and classrooms. He was more interested in crafting effective policies than chasing celebrity status, showing a maturity beyond his years. Many skeptics dismissed him as just another celebrity kid, doubting his intentions and abilities. But Vico was determined to prove them wrong, using criticism as fuel to work even harder. He started at the grassroots level, running for city councilor in 2016. This was his way of learning the ropes, understanding the real needs of ordinary people, and gaining first-hand experience in local governance. Vico built his reputation from the ground up, relying on hard work, integrity, and genuine connection with the people, not on his family's fame or influence. His unique background became a powerful bridge. He could relate to both the masses and the experts, understanding the language of ordinary citizens, while also engaging with policymakers and professionals. Vico combined public appeal with deep knowledge and a sincere passion for service. He listened to people's concerns, addressed their needs, and inspired hope for real change. This rare mix of empathy, intellect, and humility allowed him to connect with people from all walks of life. Young and old, rich and poor, professionals and laborers alike. Vico wasn't just another face in politics or a celebrity dabbling in public service. He embodied the spirit of a true servant leader, always putting the needs of his constituents first. His journey from a life of privilege to one of public service set him apart from many of his peers. He chose to leave his comfort zone and dedicate himself to making a difference. Through hard work, humility, and a genuine desire to serve, Vico Soto showed that real leadership is not something you inherit. It's something you build, one step at a time, through dedication and action. Vico Soto's run for mayor in 2019 was a modern epic. He challenged the Eusebio dynasty, which ruled Pasig for 27 years. The odds were stacked against him: deep networks, big resources. But Vico's campaign was different: grassroots, people-powered, and honest. His message, "Iba naman," time for a change, resonated deeply. Volunteers, especially the youth, fueled his movement. On election day, Pasig's people made history. Vico's victory ended a dynasty and inspired the nation. He immediately professionalized City Hall, ending political patronage. Employees were assured, "Do your job well, and you're secure." Merit, not loyalty, became the new rule. This was just the beginning of Pasig's transformation. A new era of governance had begun. Transparency became the hallmark of Vico Soto's administration. He live-streamed all city project biddings, making corruption nearly impossible. Citizens could watch in real time, ensuring public funds were spent wisely. This openness saved Pasig hundreds of millions, redirected to vital services. He created direct lines for citizen feedback and fully implemented the Freedom of Information Ordinance. A human rights office was established, signaling respect for every resident. These reforms set a new benchmark, what many now call the Soto standard. In Pasig, transparency isn't a buzzword, it's the way things are done. Vico Soto measures success by lives improved, not buildings built. He expanded the city's scholarship program, prioritizing financial need over grades. During the pandemic, Pasig's response was swift: mobile markets, efficient aid, and innovative solutions. Health centers were upgraded, ensuring quality care for all. Socialized housing projects kept families close to jobs and schools. Job fairs and livelihood programs empowered residents to build better futures. Programs were shaped with community input, not just top-down decisions. Regular consultations ensured real needs were met. This participatory approach built trust and partnership between government and citizens. In Pasig, progress is people-centered and inclusive. Philippine politics has long been dominated by trapo, traditional politicians. They focus on personality, patronage, and power for their families. Vico Soto is the antithesis: quiet, results-driven, and humble. He refuses to plaster his face on projects, reminding everyone, "That's your money, not mine." He appoints based on merit, not loyalty, transforming City Hall's culture. Civil servants now work free from political interference. His leadership is about fixing systems, not building a personal brand. He listens, admits mistakes, and values professional debate. Vico proves politics can be noble, a tool for real change. He's not just breaking the mold, he's creating a new one. Can one person change a country? Pasig's story says yes, at least they can start the spark. Vico Soto's example proves a different kind of governance is possible. His reforms inspire others to demand better from their leaders. Most importantly, he inspires the youth to see public service as honorable. New leaders, energized by his example, are stepping forward. Real change spreads when one person mobilizes the many. Vico's success belongs to the volunteers, civil servants, and citizens who joined him. He empowered Pasig to change itself. One man can't do it alone, but he can unite a nation to act. The lesson collective action, inspired by one, can transform a country. Today the Philippines stands at a crossroads, facing daunting challenges that test our unity, resilience, and hope. Yet amidst these trials, the story of Pasig City shines as a beacon of possibility, reminding us that positive change is within reach when communities come together and believe in a brighter tomorrow. Vico Soto's journey is more than just a tale of political success. It's a powerful example that true leadership is rooted in character, integrity, and a genuine desire to serve others. His actions inspire countless Filipinos to believe that honest governance is possible. Through his leadership, he's shown that government can be transparent, accountable, and compassionate, putting the needs of the people first and restoring trust in public service. But the future doesn't rest on the shoulders of one person alone. It's a collective responsibility. Each of us holds a piece of the future in our hands, shaping it through our choices and actions every day. Vico's story is a call to action for all Filipinos. It's not a reason to sit back and wait for heroes to emerge, but a challenge for each of us to step up, get involved, and make a difference in our own communities. The youth, in particular, are urged to dream big, participate actively, and serve with passion. Their energy and ideas are vital for building a better nation. Every citizen has a role to play. We must stay vigilant, participate in civic life, and demand integrity and accountability from our leaders at all levels. Let's carry this hope forward, working together to create positive change, inspired to be better citizens for ourselves and for future generations. The story of a better Philippines is still being written by all of us every single day in the choices we make and the values we uphold. With hope in our hearts and action in our hands, there's nothing we can achieve together. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Long live the Philippines and its people.